Good morning. It's now 2 months to go till the Irrational South 100 miler for myself. So today I'm going to do a long run. I'm just behind Chalks Campground at Mount Crawford Forest. Going to use today to try and do 4 to 5 hours to test a few things. I've actually set the back of the car up a bit like an aid station, which gives me a chance to try a few different things. So I've got my nutrition. I want to try a bit of pure nutrition. Obviously got my snacks, cold drinks and that sort of thing. And I just want to practice. It's a chance to come in and see how long it takes just to chill out and relax, have a changing bottles and things like that, and making sure that I can recover fully. I'm going to set it up that I circle back on the car about every 14 k's, a bit like the Irrational South 100 miler is set up, but where I am today gives me a bit of a chance to do a bit of elevation, a few different terrains and that sort of thing, even try a few different shoes and just see how things go with time in the legs. So I'll take you along and we'll have a bit of a look around. These would have to be some of my favourite trails, where you got pine forest and you've got the gums on the other side, so you can take any track and go whatever type of terrain you're feeling, but you know you're very well shaded at the time, and the sun's not going to take too much of your problem today. As I walk up this next hill, just sort of explain a couple other functions I'm looking at today. Looking at heart rate, so trying to make sure this run, what I've learned from my last 100 miler, or the only 100 mile I've done, is that obviously with the energy you've got, you go way too hard. I like to sustain more of the pace that I want to actually complete the run in, and that means keeping the heart rate down. Last time I found that I went to a bit of threshold and out of the easy running, so 80% needs to be easy run, zone 2, a little bit of zone 3 for basically 80% of the 100 miler. It got to I think about 65 last time, but remember that was because most of the time when you're walking your heart rate naturally goes down. So really it's about early on just being able to have a low heart rate, and at the moment being 12 k's in, I'm basically sitting under 144, which is where I always want to be, under that 144 beats per minute, and we'll see how we go from there. So it's now time. I've also got a hour timer set for food. They do say take a gel sort of every 40-45 minutes, but the pace I'm running at is a bit slower, and so I won't be taking a gel. I'll be taking real food, and every 2 hours taking a gel. So I like my mango slices, nuts, maybe a bit of a Cliff Bar or something like that after every hour, and on the second hour that will be replaced with a gel, and see how we go. All right, now down the hill. I'm out on lap 2. That one took me about 4 minutes from what my aid station in the back of the car. All I've done is I filled up with, this time, Powerade in one bottle, one water, and I've gone extremely cold with a lot of ice in there, just to change that temperature. Got a handful of Pringles, make sure I like those, and got a couple other nuts and bits and pieces, but not too much to change after the first one. Felt really good, hit exactly the target range I'd hoped for, despite me slowing down because I took a wrong turn through the forest, but worked my way back to the car. And I'm gonna do this one, I'm gonna go up Little Mount Crawford, potentially or Mount Crawford at the back end to try and get a little bit more elevation in this 14Ks, and we'll go from there. The one I'm going to start with, mango juice by Pure, really easy to drink, and actually basically is a drink. Hopefully that one helps me get up Mount Crawford. So take him now and go from there. Alright, I'm almost back to the car for the end of my second loop. It's taken a little bit longer, but I've added little Mount Crawford, half of Mount Crawford in hill because the forestry was doing some cutting on the track, so just turn around and come back. But that's good because that works out to the other 14, otherwise it would have been a bit longer. Just going to go into my car aid station. I'm actually going to change socks this time. I've got Injinja socks on, which I don't normally wear, toe socks. Just a little toes getting sore. My normal socks. Everything else should be much the same, but I really need some cold fluids. I think I've got a couple of Super Dupers, which sound pretty cool, so I'm going to tuck into that and get out. And I reckon I've got 10 or 12 I can do within the next hour, just to rock off and get to my 40 and get to my time. Good morning. Just going to do a recap on basically the long run that I did, that the video was of. Basically did hit the targets, which I'll include in there of my heart rate and so forth. End up just being 35.5 Ks and hitting the target pace. So everything worked well. Was very happy with nutrition side of things and basically how it went. So really good confidence for being out on my feet for 4 hours. Going to do it again this coming week, and then just keep redefining it. So I think that's the key, being a couple of months out from doing a 100 miler and checking out how things go. It worked really well. So something like that. My week that was basically, this is my last run. Just doing a beach run today, and 10 Ks will finish it off to 100 Ks for the week. That's actually my longest run, weekly training runs that I do. Generally don't go over too much over 100 for the volume that I do, and next week will be the same. So just showing that build up now. So 93 last week, 100 this week, 105 next week, and then do a week of taper before doing another block before going into the actual serious taper. Also in the next week there's a couple of serious races to watch going around the country. The ones that I'll be looking forward to and absolutely checking out is the people from the Delirious West 100 miler, 200 miler. It's going to give me great inspiration going into my 100 miler. So wishing all those people the very best. Beautiful course. I can't wait to actually do it myself. And that will be on the bucket list in the next couple of years. The other one is Tarawera in New Zealand, over the ditch. Some amazing Aussie runners going over there. I think they'll do really well. So absolutely looking forward to seeing the results of that one too. So best of luck and keep inspiring me, guys. Cheers.